Hey guys, welcome to Game 2 of the We Like Dota League Round 2. Today we have Aqua Team Hunger Force versus Defy Logic Gaming. And pretty fast bans by both teams. The Defy Logic go ahead and bans out Necrophos and the Zeus. And Aqua Team Hunger Force with the Venovancer and Viper ban. Some pretty cancerous heroes if you can't handle them early on. And picks for both teams: Aqua Team Hunger Force with Spearbreaker opening pickup, good roaming support that can cause some havoc, especially in some lanes that don't have a lot of strong lane supports. And Jakiro being picked up, a good team fighter with his CC damage and all around pushing with that liquid fire that he brings to the game. Centaur Warner picked up by Aqua Team Hunger Force. Good offlaner, pretty solid. Helps with that mobility that some carries can lack, being kited with that Stampede. So
10 seconds remaining.
There we go.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
And Brewmaster being picked up by Logic Gaming. I haven't seen too much of him. He's starting to come back into rotation in the meta as more and more people start learning that his crit and AoE abilities are starting to come around. Shit. And let's see, as we bring up to our second ban phase, MTMH banned out by Aqua Team Hunger Force. And Defy Logic looking to see what they ban out. And they do ban out the Lich. A good strong lane support with that sacrifice can cause that enemy offlaner to lose some precious XP to it. And Ice Armor doing quite a bit of help with these physical lineups that people tend to have. Phantom Assassin being banned out by Aqua Team Hunger Force. Let's see what Logic Game will pick up for their last ban of Phase 2. And Ember Spirit actually banned out by Logic Gaming. Someone that you don't want to face if you don't have anything to take care of his Flame Guard, as he does Magic Nuke you. Invoker usually a good counter to him, as he can Tornado and get rid of that Flame Guard right away. So some pretty standard bans. Other ones can a little different than what we've seen throughout the meta that people have. And let's see what Aqua Team will pick for their third pickup in the draft. A minute 30 left, so they have some time to think about what they would like to pick up. Lion picked up for Aqua Team Hunger Force. Good support, good CC with that Impale and Hex. Burst damage with his ultimate. And Dazzle picked up one of those supports that can save a hero that if they go on.
10 seconds remaining.
Get that Brewmaster ult able to be, what's it called, casted if he does get stun locked or CC'd. Looks like Aqua Team Hunger Force looking at their 4th pick of the draft. 24 seconds in reserve time, so they really have to try and make these choices, as they do have 2 picks left and a ban left to only have 15 reserve time. Bloodseeker picked up by them. Interesting pick, as most of these heroes like to be steady and just hit you, as Brewmaster can ult to get away unless he gets silenced by the Bloodseeker. Chikiro, someone that casts Ice Pass and pretty much stop the Bloodseeker from running at you. Dazzle, someone that can be food for Bloodseeker if not position himself well. Can also just Shellgrave TP out if need be. Defy Logic with 2 minutes reserve time. They do have quite a lot of time to think of their 4th pick. Let's see. Chaos Knight picked up for Defy Logic Gaming. A good hero if there's not lots in AoE that can pretty much destroy illusions. One of the bans that Logic Gaming should consider picking up is the OD, as OD's Q does destroy illusions quite easily. So I'd like to see them ban out some AoE that could cause them problems, as Centaur Warrunner does have an AoE stun, Lion with his Lion stun, Bloodseeker AoE with his silence. So if not positioned and played correctly, Chaos Knight could have a bit of a hard time. Silencer Bandit for Aqua Team Hunger Force, one of those heroes that can mess up team fights if the silence is used correctly. Sven banned out by Defy Logic, a good carry that can deal with illusions with his cleave.
5 seconds.
Looks like they do have 4 seconds left to pick up their last pick. Let's see if it's going to happen. And they do have some time to think about their last pick. What I'd like to see from them is Brewmaster is usually played in the offlane position nowadays, as he's not quite good at snowballing and tempo controlling like most mids tend to be at this point. So I'd like to see a strong mid picked up by them. Perhaps an Invoker that can stop the initiation from Centaur, Warrunner, Spirit Breaker, Lion, or one of these, perhaps a TA, someone that can do damage, stay kind of in the back. Also, Shadow Fiend, and also good pick up for them. Looks like they're down to only 12 seconds left in reserve time to pick up their final pick. They're really taking a long time to make sure they do get the best hero for the job. And OD, one of those heroes that I said they should ban out, they actually do pick it up for himself. Really good at stopping Bloodseeker going at someone if they do get ruptured, as he can Astral Imprison and take off some of the time from the rupture and just all in all save Bloodseeker, the target of Bloodseeker as he tries to go on them.
5 seconds remaining.
So Aqua Team Hunger Force with about 2 seconds left for the pick, and they do end up picking a Weaver. A good, I like the hero quite a bit here, as once you get BKB, he doesn't have, they don't have lots of lockdown for him, really bringing it, making it hard for them to try and kill the Weaver before he gets his time limits off. They do have Chaos Stun, Jakiro AoE, Outworld Burst. So before he gets BKB or before he gets Linken's, he will be susceptible to the burst damage of Logic Gaming's draft. This looks like teams are picking. We will get into our way of Aqua Team Hunger Force versus Defy Logic Gaming. Radiant Draft looks like they do have quite a bit of AoE, some silenced by Bloodseeker, stuns by Centaur Runner, Spirit Breaker, and the lockdown of the Lion. So they do have lots of lockdown if these heroes of the Dire do end up getting caught out and stun locked. They could burst them quite easily, and that does put them at a 4v5 power swing. Let's see. So on the Radiant, we have ATHF on the Weaver, Jax on the Lion, Holy Mittens on the Roaming Spirit Breaker, Sodium Master Shake on the Bloodseeker, and looks like so many Moose on the offlane Centaur Warrunner. On the Dire side, we have your Uranium Heart on the Centaur Chaos Knight, excuse me. Dazzle will be played by DLG 6. Brewmaster will be played by Mr. Blue 22. Banana Stand on the Jakiro, and Buck Foy on the mid OD.
30 seconds to
Pretty good drafts by both teams. I do favor Radiant side early game if Logic Gaming won't be able to get those timings that they need, or they do have a bad laning stage, as Radiant does have lots of lockdown and can steamroll the Dire. But if the Dire does a push in the laning stage, they will be able to have a good start to farm up those items that they do need to group up and fight. So this is all going to be about the early laning stage, see how this Spirit Break will affect that, as he is quite one of those roamers that can cause havoc. Looks like a block by the OD. Some not what you want to see, as the OD does need to get a good block to ensure those levels that he needs. I really want to watch this mid lane, as this OD will have to try and out-hit this Bloodseeker. Once he does get levels, he will be able to harass him more, as a Blood Rage will keep Bloodseeker quite healthy at early stage. Looks like a tri-lane actually going to happen on the Radiant side, followed by a dual lane. This Jakiro eating some harass early, not the biggest of deal. This Brewmaster will have be a hard time to kill him, as he is quite tanky. Looks like a charge goes out on the Jakiro. Doesn't have level 2, so the stun won't happen. Liquefier goes out on the Spirit Breaker, slowing his attack speed. Right click by the Lion. And looks like Jakir will be able to survive the initial attack. Centaur Warrunner will have a good time against the Dazzle and the CKs. He does have that return and the Hoof Stomp to keep him safe. Again, mid lane. The Bloodseeker, with his Blood Rage, will keep him healthy. He does have some pull tangos to help him once this OD starts hitting. Does go for the Arcane Orb early. Don't really see that much. You usually try and get as many points as Astral Imprisonment as the range, the cast range of it does go up and the damage scales quite well. Dazzle, making some rotations, seeing what they do. Does end up picking up the Bounty Rune, as Lion picks up the Bounty Rune for the Dire, the Radiant. Having some good trades. Let's look at the last hits and denies for the team. Bloodseeker leading the game with 17. Only 8 for the mid OD, not having the best of time against this Bloodseeker. So really surprised about that. Followed up by the Chaos Knight and the Radiant Reflection would be the Weaver. Pretty close in last hits. More denies for the CK. So CK having a little better time in this this matchup. Jakiro still only level 1, as looks like he is trying to soak up enough XP to be level 2. Get a point in Dual Breath as good harass tool. OD, I'd like to see him control his wave better. If you don't play mid lane, you don't really know about some tricks, but the best way to do this, if you see your creep wave on the high ground of the enemy, what you want to do is attack them, so the creeps would aggro on you, and pull them back and de-aggro it. So it looks like a charge is going on the OD. He does Astral Imprison himself, saves him from the hit. Does set him up for an easy stun by Lion and Silence. Dazzle comes in to try and save him, heals him up. Looks like this the Spirit Break takes some heavy damage. Poison Touch going out on the Bloodseeker. TP by Jakiro to ensure that his mid OD does safe. But before I forget what I was saying, this OD, see, I would like to see him control better, as he does. Best trick is to pull aggro from the creeps, bring it to your range creep, and pull off aggro, so the creeps will kill off your range creep, causing the lane to push in your favor, and then you'll be able to create the equilibrium to your side instead of the other. Bottom lane looks like supports have left for both sides. Just a good 1v1. Thunderclap being leveled up. Drunken Haze, one of those annoying spells that is quite bringing this Brewmaster up in the ranks, as it is quite annoying to have that on you most of the time as a carry. Not easy to get those CS that carries need early game.
Are scanning.
The Centaur Warrunner having a good time. 14 to the 12 of the Dire offlaner. Pretty similar. Both having an awesome time. Let's see bottom. Looks like he is having a good time. Don't think they have much kill potential as him, as he does have quite a bit of armor and health. Those bugs, if that does stay on you for a bit, it could cause some havoc. Mana being drained by the Lion doesn't have much to give, so I would just stay in harass, as I don't think you will have that much mana in here. I'd like to see him pick up a mango or two to make sure he does have enough mana to use his ultimate if push comes to shove. Mid lane, looks like this Bloodseeker with 38 last hits compared to 16 of the OD. Not sure what's happening. The skill build that he's having, looks like he rushed power treads. I don't agree with that. I would rather have a bottle, get that room control, get that mana that he needs early to be able to make sure he's able to harass his Bloodseeker out of lane. Rotation. Just seeing what's going on. We'll see the arcane rune. Bottom lane. Looks like they put a little bit of harass on this. This Panda does have a Tango to heal up. Mid lane. Looks like Rupture was used on the OD. Astron Prison himself. Looks like the damage by this Bloodseeker is just destroying this Dazzle. About 3 hits will kill him off. Not much that people could do. Shakira not too early for him to get that Ice Path. Just don't think that would save him. Looks like trying to go on this Central Warner. Does ultimate to get away from the CK. Not much the CK do. Let's see. Reality Rift was on cooldown. Did have Enchant Mango, but the Chaos Bolt was used. Looks like they do need some more CC to Poison Touch going on the line. Jakiro and Dazzle trying to right click him. Stun gets 2 on him. Charged by Spirit Perk only hits 1. Does bash him away. I think that they had enough. Actually, Panda comes in. Looks like they will try and kill him off. 1 click, crit, 2, and Panda will bring down the Spear Breaker. Try to TP away, but not in time. Mid lane, OD trying to harass this Bloodseeker, level 8. Not taking that much damage as this skill build of OD isn't working. This Astral Imprisonment leveled up early is hurting him. He only has 2 points as Essence Aura, not getting that mana back as he needs. Looks like he is auto-casting that. I'd like to see more Astral Imprisonment as it does do more damage to the Bloodseeker at this early level. Bottom lane, not much. Central Warrior trying to kill this Chaos Knight over here. Looks like he got stunned. Double Edge. Stunned by the Chaos Knight. Doesn't have enough mana for any other spell. Does have a Mango and Clarity. Looks like he could have turned that if he would have popped his Mango and get the Phantasms. Just harassed at the moment. Back and forth. Another stomp into Double Edge could be able to kill this Chaos Knight. Playing carefully as he notices that. Central Runner does have his Stampede up. Could have got on top of him if he need be. Bottom lane. This mana drain by this line is causing some problems. Dual Breath. Looks like top lane. This Spirit Breaker and Centaur Warrior end up bringing down the Chaos Knight as he's by himself. Let's see what spells were used. It's like a charge into a Hoof Stomp Double Edge. Yep, kind of like I said. Bottom lane looks like this tower is being Weaver and Lion not having the best of time here, as they do have some pretty good harass tools with that Jakiro Liquefier and Dual Breath. Lion trying to steal the mana from Jakiro. Best thing is Liquefier does not cost mana, so he's able to cast it and harass them still. Top lane. Looks like I missed Centaur Warrior. TP'd back in with the Dazzle and OD to try and get a return kill. Does bring up the Centaur Warrior. They do get the Spirit Breaker. Looks like Bloodseeker trying to run away. He is quite fast with that max thirst, and it looks like he will get away. Bottom lane, still nothing. Ping's coming up. They did see the Invis Rune being picked up by a Lion. Let's see if they want to try and get someone. Lion just roaming, seeing what that can happen. OD starting to get those levels. Did get Sanity Eclipse level 8. Not something I would not recommend if you're playing this in pubs. It does scale with the int multiplier. You would like to get that maybe at 11-12. Get that back to back. As the more useful skill would be the Essence Aura to ensure that you never run out of mana. Try to cast this Astral Imprisonment and Arcane Orb. Bottom lane. Weaver with this Perseverance is being able to keep him in lane. Don't have a lot of burst damage. Looks like Spirit Breaker will burst away from the OD and Dazzle. Charging bottom lane. Does cancel it. Top lane. Does see the Bloodseeker. Looks Dazzle's running away. Trying to get... Doesn't have a TP on him. Did kill him off by running. Panda is used. Looks like Spirit Breaker trying to charge. Looks like they are trying to go on the Bloodseeker. Stone goes out by the Earth Panda. Purge by the Sandy Eclipse used. Mana is burned by him. Does have stick charges to ensure that he has mana. This Brew ult wasted. OD ult wasted. That's another thing. It's only an 8 multiplier, and he does have about 60-70 in compared to the Bloodseeker with 31 -1. So not a big damage nuke. That's why you usually get level 11, 12, as you do get those items that increase your int way more than any other hero, so you are able to burst. Bottom lane Central Warrior going low with looks like they were trying to get him, and not enough for that Reality Rift. Did choose to get that Chaos Bolt max. More people like to get the Reality Rift maxing before the Chaos Bolt, as the range increases and the armor reduction does help them burst players more than the nuke of the Chaos Bolt. Mid lane. This is where it does hurt him, as you see that he only has 178 mana left, and Essence Aura is still only level 2. Won't be able to cast any other spells without the luck of the proc for the Essence Aura. Does end up getting skilling it 2, 3, and he doesn't get lucky for the proc of it to refill his mana. Lion rotating top 2 help the Centaur Warrior, as he almost is killed about a couple times. Panda, let's see what he's going for. Looks like he is trying to go for that Blink Dagger with the infused range up. Top lane, we see 3 people rotating there, so see if they're trying to set up a kill on the Chaos Knight. Does have 2 supports behind him to ensure that he is able to try and turn this around if need be. Let's see if they try and bait this out. Chaos Knight pushing forward. Reality Rift cast on the Centaur. Looks like the charge and rupture on the Jakiro. Not sure he's able to get spells. Heal by the Dazzle, tries to impale on the OD. Looks like a Chaos Bolt does go out on the line. Reality Rift on him. Does end up going down. Slow on the Bloodseeker. Let's see if they're trying to catch up to him. Reality Rift. Slow. Does Astral Imprison. Let's see if they're able to get him down. Silent lasting quite a bit. Spirit coming in by Spirit Breaker. Try and save his carry. Looks like they are focusing the Bloodseeker, as most targets are going on him. But ends up getting double kill with OD. Hammer misses, but ends up bringing down the Bloodseeker and Spirit Breaker. Fight's not over yet. Let's hide the recap for now. Looks like they are trying to go on the Centaur. Pretty tanky for now. Let's just show the fight recap now. Looks like it was 2 for 0 trade after Jakiro died. About a 1400 gold swing. Doesn't end up catching the kill on the Jakiro. Aqua Team Hunger Force is still up by 2k even after that fight. Free farm of Weaver helping out on that. Looks like they are trying to transition to a tower push on this. Let's see, Reality Rift on the Centaur Runner. Slow by the Dazzle and Brewmaster. 2-man Impale does end up killing or deterring anything. This OD hitting this Centaur Runner quite hard with that pure damage of the Arcana. Silence goes, Astral Imprisonment, sorry, goes out on the Brewmaster as he is ruptured out. Charged by the Spirit Breaker. Let's see if he's trying to couldn't get anywhere else. Grave on the Dazzle. Looks like he was trying to TP away. He does end up making up TP by the OD. Makes him safe. Looks like everyone will get out cleanly besides the Brewmaster. This Lion, let's see if it will cancel a TP of the Chaos Knight. Doesn't end up seeing him in time to cancel it. One of those plays due to vision. This Weaver in the meantime did end up getting his Oak Club. Almost has that Dragonlance before he gets his Perseverance on this Weaver. Top lane looks like they will push into a tower push after forcing TPs back by the Dire. They will end up getting it. 4k gold lead at 15 minutes by Aqua Team Hunger Force. Let's look at this bottom list. They're trying to go for this Weaver. Not sure if they have detection for him. They will try and scooch away. Lying in the neighborhood, try and stun if need be. Let's try and take a look at the net worth. This Bloodseeker with 7,500 way top of any other carry, followed by the Weaver and Chaos Knight. Looks like Dire's having some problem with the farm, as 3 members and only 1 member of the Dire team are up in the top 5. Bugs go out on heroes. Let's see if they're trying to get those bugs away, as it does reduce armor the longer it is on time. Tower goes down. Ice Path goes out on the Panda ult use. Looks like they will end up killing the Jakiro, as he is ruptured off. Dazzle being the target for this Bloodseeker. Let's see if they try and burst him down. Brewmaster ult, TP away by Dazzle's Spirit Break coming in. See if they will be able to save the carry. Doesn't end up saving him. This Panda all by himself after his ult's used. Looks like he will go down. Stun ult by the Spirit Breaker. TP out, and looks like the right click of the Lion will kill him. That's so the fight recap. That's a 3-for-1 trade. About 1100 gold swing after that. Not the biggest thing, as they are heading ahead in the net worth, so they aren't getting a lot for these kills. But tower did go down. That's a good thing for Logic Gaming. Could a little more map control taken away from them. Let's see if they're able to do anything with that. TP's coming in by Jakiro and Centaur Chaos Knight. Ping's coming out. It's like, do you see the Spirit Breaker and Lion? Ward goes out by Spirit Breaker. Getting some vision. Dire places a vision ward of their own up top. Looks like a haste rune was taken. Top lane. Looks like Panda's trying to go on Centaur Runner. Some keeping him back, as he ends up deciding to go farm. Brewmaster got that Blink Dagger up. Let's see how far Centaur Warner's away from it. Looks like he is almost there. Did end up picking up a Hood Defiance early, as most people do, to ensure that he is more tanky. Mid lane. Enjoying that's complete for the OD. Looks like he's working towards his Hurricane Pike. Good mobility by him. Against a Weaver, I would like to see him pick up a Rod of Atos earlier. Something that can lock down the Weaver and ensure that they're able to kill him off before he gets that Perseverance. Bloodseeker Rupture out on the OD. Looks like he is stuck there. Not sure why he's not attacking. Does end up imprisoning himself. Dripper does bash him around, causing more damage. Looks like Silence will hit on the OD. Does end up saving him. Lion's Finger does end up killing him off in the end. Looks like Reality Rift into the right click will able to kill off this Lion. Brewmaster ult used. Stun goes out on the Bloodseeker as he runs away. Looks like they are trying to push him up. Looks like he does end up clapping wrongly, as he does always go. Looks like, oh, Reality Rift by the CK into the Ice Path. Looks like they won't be able to burst him down, as he just got 2 lucky crits on the CK and Panda. Chaos ult used as they are trying to push this tower. It's Weaver in the meantime trying to slip push, calling away from the tower. Panda ult down. He is in the trees. Does have some good damage with that clap into Drunken Haze. Really real skill build, as we saw. Drunken Haze being skilled up more than the passive Drunken Brawler. That crit being quite useful to burst down these heroes. This Weaver pushing the tower, almost half health. Looks like they won't be able to. Ice Path goes out, misses, ends up walking into it. Looks like they do have the dust on him. Panda coming up by him will be able to scooch you away, as they don't have hard lockdown for him after the Ice Path of Jakiro was used. Not the highest skill level yet, so it is quite short. Didn't end up getting time for the burst damage to come. Top lane CK looks like he is working towards that. Does have the armlet. Has the Old Club and the Oblivion staff for the. After that, he is going for his match style. In these type of games, I would like to see him rushing hard, actually, something that makes him tanky ends up having his illusions more tanky, stop that AoE that can destroy them. Weird spawn thing by this, as the ghost is still in the spawn box, so it's not spawning, but it's not where he normally is. No, Spirit Breaker charging the Panda ends up bursting him down before things can happen. Jakiro laying out the Macrofire. This OD ends up trying to drop the hammer, doesn't kill him off as he is surviving. Looks like in the backline this Bloodseeker picking off the Dazzle. I'm not sure. See if they see him up there. Reality Rift into Ice Path, couple crits and just destroys this Bloodseeker. Astral Imprisonment on the Weaver. Let's see if they end up time loss. Reality Rift stun. They will be able to burst him down as the Ice Path is laid down just in case they didn't burst him in time. It would stun him. Lion falling back as most of his cores are dead. Central Runner actually ran away from that fight. Looks like the call was made to back out, and some heroes got caught up on the way back. Fight recap. Looks like I missed that. Whoops. Lion trying to pull the wave away from the tower. Pings coming out, making sure that the wards were dewarded in case something happened. Regeneration room bottom. CK just farming up for now. Maybe he'll pick that up in a bit. Pings coming out. Looks like they do see him with the sword up here, farming his ancients. Regen rune spotted by Dazzle, probably telling his Chaos Knight to come get it. And that's what happens. Regeneration. So far, pretty good game. Still 4K gold lead for Aqua Team. Logic Gaming doing a good job to fight even if their net worth is down. OD being picked up actually. Astral Imprisoned himself, see if he will be able to escape. Doesn't have Blink yet, so he will go down from one more click by the Bloodseeker. Mid lane, some harass on the Weaver. Not sure they're able to kill him. Ice Pack goes out, barely misses. Won't be able to burst him down. See what they end up doing next as 4 grouped OD down. Still 4K gold lead. Just content on farming. Did end up finishing the Echo Saber into match style. The Dire Scan does pick up the heroes of the Radiant in their jungle. They do know where they are. Looks like a call is made to defend the tower.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Invis picked up for the Bloodseeker. Let's see if he can do anything from that. Tower goes down. Chaos Knight trying to TP in. OD didn't get the deny. Actually, did get the deny on the Ice Path goes out. Looks like they do know that the Bloodseeker is in the neighborhood. Did end up catching him with that Dust of Appearance. Looks like they were trying to kill him. Chaos Bolt into Reality Rift. Ice Path lays down. Looks like it will be able to burst down the Bloodseeker. This Bloodseeker being caught out lots of the time behind lines and not with his team is starting to trade quite a bit of gold into the favor of Logic Gaming. Looks like 4 members are grouping down here. Let's see if they're trying to do something in the meantime, as Jakiro is sent up top to try and farm up. Let's see what he's working on. A Yule Scepter to stop the Bloodseeker from running away, or the Weaver. They do notice the sword placed here. TP's coming in to defend the tower. Bloodseeker TPing to that tower. See if he does get caught out again. That's he's not in a good position to do things. Okay, that's not getting quite tanky. Lots of damage with that armlet and almost done with this match style. Ping is coming out. They do notice the Weaver and the Bloodseeker. Maelstrom on Weaver didn't end up going for that Perseverance after the Dragonlance. Does get the Maelstrom before, increases his damage, but makes him susceptible to targeted spells. Ice Path not a targeted spell, so he is able to be caught out in that. Let's see what's going to happen here. Dazzle not able to get that poison touch on the Centaur runner before he is able to blink away. Mid lane, OD ruptured out. Did end up getting silence, but they will walk it off as Panda was in the neighborhood to push away.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Odie's items did end up finishing the Hurricane Pike. Is now working towards his Lincoln Sphere as he is being the primary target for the Rupture. Panda slow on too. Looks like they are trying to get the Bloodseeker. Whirlwind up. Ice Path used. Not sure if they wanted to do that. Silence goes out on the OD. Let's see if they are. Ice Path goes down. Looks like they will be able to kill off the Bloodseeker. Heal Burst does do lots of damage. One more right click by the OD. Fight recap. Looks like 2 down for that fight. Only 1k gold lead after this. They are bringing... Logic Gaming is bringing back the net worth, as it was a 4k gold lead for lots of majority of the game. Now a 1k gold lead after 28 minutes. They are slowly reeling in the net worth of this Radiant team, as they are quite taking good fights and doing lots of work compared to the heroes of Radiant. Looks like you see this Weaver ends up being bursted. Macfire going down with the Ice Path. Charge comes in by Spirit, but I'm not sure that's where he wants to be. Ult being used. Actually, Yule Scepter up. Ult does not connect. Ends up going down as he was in the Macro Fire, and this Panda hitting quite hard.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Or down by Dazzle. Getting some vision up while they're in the lead. Looks like they are trying to group 4 members here. So they're trying to catch someone retreating. Top lane, Panda. Did end up getting that Vlad's going for BKB now. Vlad's helping his team with that armor and damage increase. Chaos Knight did finish the match, so going hard now. Pretty standard build. OD, Perseverance. And this Dazzle finished up the Glimmer Cape. Good counter if they don't have counter words. Going on the mech. Jakiro finished up his Yule Scepter. Going on that Rod Atos. Like I said, OD usually like to get that now that it did get a buff. Ends up rooting people, stops them from running. Weaver, one of those heroes that are quite hard to lock down, and any lockdown can help burst him before he's able to get that time lapse. This Bloodseeker. Oh, let's look at the scoreboard for this game. Let's look Central Runner doing 2 deaths. Bloodseeker 6 and 6. Did start strong, but ended up feeding 4 or 5 kills by himself without his team. Unnecessary deaths that did help bring back the game for Logic Gaming. Weaver 1 and 1. Looks the support. Let's see the smoke here. See what they're trying to catch them out. Only hero in the neighborhood is CK, quite tanky. They do have Tower and Shrine to TP2 if they want to try and help him out. Centaur Warner being pulled out by smoke. Let's see. Does get rushed out. Does end up being go down. Stun locked. Silenced. We'll be able to get this kill with the finger, ending up getting that kill. Good smoke by the Radiant to catch out a lone carry of Dire, as he is by himself. No wards up in that area, so he didn't even have a chance, even if they did not smoke. Ice Path goes out on this Central Runner. Silence trying to break a thing. Almost dies in the end. Bubs goes out. Let's see if they are trying to do something. Aqua goes out trying to push them back from the tower. Looks like they are calling a retreat as Stampede was used to ensure that everyone runs out of there safely. This OD. Still working on his Lincoln Sphere. Right now it's a less than 1k gold lead for Aqua Team Hunger Force, flowing back and forth for the teams now, as they are quite close together. Looks like Radiant, good move by their part as they see that no rewards are placed. They are taking down this this objective quite easily. Looks like they will be able to get this uncontested. First Roche of the game ends up at 32 minutes. Looks like ATHF is picked up by the Bloodseeker as he is dying quite frequently without any objectives being taken for his death. Looks like they are on the high ground, seeing if they are able to jump them. They are quite split up as the 3 members only here, and 2 others are on the opposite sides of the map. Not sure if they don't want to fight with the ATHF or they don't feel confident right now. Let's see what they do here. Bravo V2's almost finished up for the Chikiro. Let's finish up looking at the scoreboard. So on the dire, looks like the majority of the actually are quite good. Something you expect from the hard supports. Oh, looks like they are caught out. Spirit Breaker charging the Lion, or Spirit Breaker on the OD. Silence goes out by, ends up catching the OD. Can't cast spells. All being used by Spirit Breaker. Let's say they are trying to do that. Slap by the Panda. Looks like they are trying to kill this Spirit Breaker. One more right click will bring him down. Let's see if they are trying to go on someone else. 2 right clicks. 4. Astral Imprisonment. Lion Stun on 2. Will stop them from. Looks like they are. Hammer brought down. Let's see. One more right click by the OD will bring down. Aegis popped. As they are trying to fight more. Silence still on Chikiro, not much lockdown. You'll Scepter up by the Lion. Does end up getting killed by the Chaos Knight by himself. Chronos Flip being used by the Panda. So they are able to end up killing the Bloodseeker off after the Aegis pop. Weaver trying to run away. Does have Timeless available. Let's see if he wants to use that. Ice Path Alpha Mark.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Central Runner being chased out by the team. 4 staff not ready by the OD. And running away in the opposite direction. Don't think they'll be able to catch anyone else out. They will be able to transition this into a tower push, I believe. Good fight by the... Let's look at the fight recap. Looks like it was a 3-for-0 trade. About a 23 gold, a 2300 gold swing after that fight. Still net worth in the favor of Aqua Team Hunger Force. The items for the Bloodseeker did go hand to Midas, Black King Bar, Sun Yasha. Looks like the Tricker will be able to cut out as charge, ult, and bashed away. Did end up not giving away too much for his death, as he is only support.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Pins going out. Looks like they want to push this tier 2 tower on the top lane. This Bloodseeker, after the initial good start he is starting to fall off. Hand to Midas picked up. Don't really like that choice on these type of heroes. Lion ends up saving himself. Radiant being worked down by the Bloodseeker. Chaos Knight did end up picking up the Reaver. Is almost there for his Vitality Booster, about 1200 away. We'll be able to finish that up quite fast. This Panda with a Lotus Orb pickup, something good to stop target spells or just disperse silences that could happen to his heroes or himself. Shiva's guard actually being picked up after Brewmaster, for Brewmaster after all. Changed his mind once he put that BKB into his quick buy. OD almost has his Lincoln Sphere complete. Not the best game for him. Isn't farming the fastest that he can. It is taking him quite a bit of time to get items for himself. Jakiro did finish up the Rod 8 with some more lockdown for this mobile team of the Radiant. Ooh, root on the Weaver, ends up scooching away. Does cause him to get a bit scared. Chaos Knight is farming away as he is quite close to his next item. Looks like they do want to make sure he finishes it up before they fight. Will make him and his illusions more tanky, hard to bring down. All in all, it's doing a great job farming at this moment. Almost has it actually. If he sells his Coin Blade, looks like he will have it. Weaver calling out that all enemy heroes are missing. Manta used up. Looks like he will be able to finish off his heart right now. Just finish it up. 4,300 life will increase the Phantasm survivability. Mech finished for the Dazzle. Jakiro. Not much. Looks like they are grouping up. This invisibility room can start a fight for them if they get the right hero picked off. Looks like Brewmaster picks it up, seeing if he's trying to catch someone out. Looks like you have a ward there, ends up getting on the Jakiro. Ice Pack goes out, does end up hitting the thing. Oh my god. Chaos Knight ult used. Panda ult used. Looks like they are trying to target kind of split up fight right now. Many things happening. Stripper ends up going down. Stun on the OD. OD ends up going down. Blesser going down also in that fight. Reality Rift does bring back the Lion, ends up killing him in 2 hits. These illusions of Chaos Knight just wrecking people as he's getting crits left and right. No creeps by the tower is stopping this push for the Dire. Another good fight by them. 3-for-1 trade. Still pretty close game as it's less than 1k. Finally, Centaur. Force Staff, Shiva's Guard, Blink Dagger. I like the Shiva's Guard pickup by him. AoE to kite those CK illusions. And some damage, AoE damage. Creep Wave is with them now. Looks like they will be able to push this tower. Looks like Centaur Warner being told to push out that bottom lane to the tower. Glyph used by the Radiant, trying to stall this push by them. They do have mid lane and bottom lane being pushed in at the same time. Looks like TP being used by the CK to try and stop that tower push. Reality Rift by the CK, popping his Lincoln Sphere, Sakuchi away. Mid lane being pushed in. Invisibility room being pinged out, not sure why he didn't take it. OD didn't finish the Lincoln Sphere, will help him in that fight from being ruptured, that they like to go on him. Oh, at this moment in time, I'd actually like to see Ghost Scepter picked up for him. He is being focus fired quite heavily by the right click of the Radiant, so we'll be able to stop that from going on him. Not the best choices, as many ODs don't like to pick up Ghost Scepter, but it is quite a good counter against right clicks. Won't help him right click by himself, but does CK and by himself is doing the majority of the damage in team fights. Just something for him to survive the initial onslaught that happens when they go on him. AC being worked on for the Bloodseeker. Looks like he gave up his dream of the Radiance after a couple bad team fights by them. They are ahead in 2k gold lead after those towers were taken, so back and forth this whole game. Great game from initial start that I expected from them. The Dire doing a good job to catch out this Bloodseeker actually. Centaur Warner being caught out, stunned by the Lion, ends up being reflected on him. Does end up going down. Rod of Atos on the Lion. Ult being used against the OD, but no avail. Does get blown up. Mid lane being pushed in by the Weaver. Necrophy going out. We'll be able to catch the Weaver. They do see him. Let's see if they are able to catch out on him. Sakuchi making him very hard to track down. You get about half life after that fight. That's the thing that I worry about in these games. This Dire team is great at team fighting, but this Weaver just being a nuisance as he's pushing in lanes and causing them to be going backwards, not really taking objectives. Double damage room being pinged out. Let's see if who they give that to. Looks CK coming from the top lane. We'll be able to pick that up. They do have the creep wave in here. Not many lanes pushing. They're trying to push bottom, but I don't think they'll be able to get that in time. They do have faster push on the Dire side. We'll force them to try and go. Okay. I like to see them try and push the issue. Try and go up, force them to get back. Reality Rift on the Bloodseeker. Two-man stunned by the look like Ag's finished up by the Lion. You could have more AoE. Centaur Warner going up, stomp on 2. Reflected by the thing. This OD being a nuisance. Hidden hammer dropped, ends up killing off the Spear Breaker. This Chaos Knight ruptured off, is starting to get hurt. Heart stomp by the Centaur Warner, heal up by the Dazzle. Panda ult used. Stunned by the Centaur. So they are content to hit the buildings that should be their main focus. Now they're stunned by Lion, causing havoc for this Chaos Knight as more evolutions going down. Centaur trying to be in the front. You'll separated up by the Chikura. Does end up going down in the back. Another Yule's Panda actually being sent up the Bloodseeker, causing him from getting a clean getaway. Looks like they are trying to push more. Chaos Knight is quite healthy with the heart, regenerating him and his illusions up. Heal by the Dazzle, keeping him ready to fight. Buyback by the Centaur Warner. Magic being used by the CK, just destroying buildings as his illusions are. Another ult by the. Another rupture out on the OD. Stun will ensure that OD. Shallow Grave by the Dazzle, keeping him alive. Looks like he should be able to Astron Prison save himself. He does end up going in. Looks like see if he's able to go down. Looks like he will be able to kill off the. Looks like he does survive the end. He does get 2 kills from that. Almost dead, but the Shallow Grave by the Dazzle keeps him in him. Looks like this Bloodseeker getting double kill after the buyback is quite fast. Then 3 members are able to get back up. 11k goldie after that big fight. Big swing, 12k. Let's look what happened. Looks like a buyback on the Bloodseeker. Death by 4, only 2 left. That's a big gold swing that happened. 2 lanes of racks pushed as CK just destroyed them. They don't even have a Deso and they destroy buildings so fast.
Bottom shrine has fallen.
Shrine being used. Illusion. Looks like the Dire team is in a great spot right now. 13k gold lead. Looks like they have only 1 more lane of racks as 2 lanes are pushing in for them. After that buyback, Bloodseeker did end up finishing his AC, but doesn't have anything much right now. Does get bashed up. They are trying to sneak Roche. This is the second Roche, so cheese is available for the Radiant team. Bugs goes out, will bring the armor down of Roshan. Will help that help them take out it faster. Illusions of CK pushing in bottom lane. They will have to try and send someone to stop that. Weaver and Central Warner being the the job of that. CK Illusion's just tanky with the heart. Lion going down. Looks like Pandal, one of them being killed off. Ice Path will be able to kill off the... That's a dieback by the Bloodseeker. Central Warner trying to survive. He will be able to go back to this Earth Panda was killed off, so he does go up to the Wind Panda. Aegis and Cheese being picked up. It looks like they will be able to end the game with that pickup. Don't see what Aqua Team Hunger Force can do at the time. 2 members dead. None of them have buyback. Bloodseeker down for 80 seconds. Not the best position that they want to be in at the moment, as Weaver and the other 2 don't do much against us illusions. CK ult use does end up getting 4 out of that.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Charged by the Spirit ends up going on Dazzle. Reality of Council, not sure what happened there. Will be able to take out, walks back in the Ice Path. 4 members dead. 3 members dead actually. Lion just respawned after the time. Chaos Knight just AoE by the Lion. This OD just dominating. GGA is called by the Radiant. Not much they can do. OD dropping the hammer. And Radiant team thought they had it. Good plays, really brought this back by Logic Gaming. Did what needed to be done. Caught the Bloodseeker out one too many times. Brought them back into the game. Gave them enough time to farm up, get the items they needed, and just all in all, great play by the Dire. Both teams played really well, but Dire stuck it out. The hard lane phase ends up keeping the game as close as they can. Got some good pickoffs, got some good team fights, and ended up winning the game. Got the times they needed, so good game by both teams. Logic Gaming will claim the win for this. Thank you guys for watching. This has been match 2 of round 2. So I think we have 3 more after this. I will bring those to you guys as soon as they are played. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. If you haven't followed yet, please follow so we can so you can catch out those games. VODs will be up, posted right after the game, the matches most of the time. So thank you. Till next time. This has been Anarchy bringing the We Like Dota League 2017. And till next time. Bye bye.